Hello and welcome to the first of a 5 series of videos that I'm specifically talking to a lot of my single fathers out there, or fathers that are going to be expecting their first child and maybe not sure what to expect or what it's going to be like. I've had a lot of guys come up to me over the years and just kind of ask me for my advice, which is kind of surprising because you kind of feel like you pick things up as you go through it. Being a young single father myself. So the 5 videos that I wanted to go over, starting with today's video, is going to be developing a relationship with your kids, which is super important. It's so much more than just putting food on the table, taking them to school, and putting a roof over the head, but actually having a relationship with them that can develop for the years to come. The next video that I'm gonna do is gonna be dating as a single father, and kind of some things to pay attention to, things to think about, making sure that you're doing what's not just best for you, but for your family. Co-parenting, which is another important one, making sure you have, if you're in that type of situation, a good relationship with the other person. Like myself, I'm in a co-parenting relationship, so I have my son 50% of the time. Meals, for those of you that have picky eaters like myself, or like my son, who's 9 years old and is very particular on the foods that he wants to eat. And then pressure, making sure that, because it's hard, it's a job just like anything else, but making sure that, because most of us do work full-time and also have children to take care of, that you're taking time for yourself and that you're gonna be okay. So with all that, let's just jump right into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is developing that relationship with your kid, which is super important. One of the things, I guess let me first start off with kind of what my expectations were really quick. So when I found out I was having a kid, it was exciting. It wasn't something I was planning to do, to have a baby at such a young age, but that's just how it worked out. At any rate, just thinking about it over, time, like, it's gonna be awesome when he's 5 years old, we're gonna be playing video games and football, and it's gonna be just this great experience. It'll be like my best friend, just a smaller version of me. And what's not to love about that whole situation, which is great. But it, as the years came, it was kind of tough, specifically because of my work schedule. I mean, I was working tremendous amount of hours. I'm in insurance and real estate, so you can imagine like nights, weekends, Monday through Monday. It's kind of hectic and all over the place. So trying to kind of like allocate your time. So I really wasn't playing the role as good as I should have been able to, I guess is the best way to put it. So what's really important here is to plan what's gonna happen. So with my son, I have him 50% of the time. So that's 3 or 4 days a week, just depending on the week. And then of course birthdays and stuff like that. But the important thing here is what I like to do is go on and go on as many adventures as possible. And what I mean by that is kids having a great imagination. If you can remember back in the day, you could turn a stick into a rifle or a bow and arrow or literally anything that you wanted, and kids literally today can still do that. You do have to pull them away from the video games, but taking something as simple as running errands. You got to go to the grocery store, you got to stop at the mall, you got to do this, you got to do that. So when you're taking your kid with you, let's make it a fun adventure. Like, hey, we have to find this special thing. So when you get to the grocery store, okay, so what aisle do you think it's going to be in? Okay, and it's really like a fun event for you guys to kind of go through and literally doing your regular daily activities. Getting your car washed, right? There's a specific car wash that we like to go to because they have like this little thing where you can spray the cars. I'll probably show a little bit of our last car wash video. So we're at the cobblestone, getting the car wash. Well, we like coming to this one because you get to spray the cars when they come through.
I get the tire.
Double points.
And the gas. What? And the back tire.
it does have a back tire. So the car looks good, yeah? Minus that in the back, but we'll take care of that later. But really just taking the things that you would do on a regular daily basis and making it a fun event for not just them, but also for you, because you want to make sure you're having some fun doing these things too. Another really thing, if you're fortunate enough to be able to take your children to work with you, like in some cases I can, working in real estate, if I have a good relationship with my client and they have like kids around my child's age, we try and make it a fun thing. Like, hey, the adults are, we're talking about houses, the kids are keeping themselves company. So it's just another way for them to really have more fun while they're with you, and you could be out doing adult things. Another really important thing is planning at least one date night a week, which is really important. I mean, think about how important that is to have in a relationship, continuously having fun and doing things. So I try and do that with my kid. At least once a week, we're going to, and I give them, options, and it's important to give them the ability to kind of have some input. Like, hey, we got 5 choices, we can do bowling, we can go skateboarding, we can go swimming, pick one of the things that you like to do this week. And then also try and follow it up with like a nice dinner, either something that they really like that you can make at home, or going to maybe like one of their favorite restaurants and give them a choice. Hey, do you want to go to Chili's, or do you want to go to Peter Piper or something like that? So just like once a week, trying to just really keep it simple and give them the ability to be involved in the decision making, which will really kind of help them as they develop over time, because they have that experience making choices for themselves. So again, just kind of talking about going on adventures. We'd go on kind of like scavenger hunts through the grocery store and through the mall, and just different things like that, just to kind of keep it fun and exciting. Making sure that you're scheduling at least one activity a week, or like a date night where you're gonna go to the movies or bowling or something like that, just like once a week. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, going to the going bowling or to the movies and like these big arcades and laser tags and stuff like that. That can be expensive, over time. So making sure that you're, doing things that are cost effective, like, if they have a certain hobby or sport, playing basketball, skateboarding, whatever that may be, is really important to really establishing the relationship. Because when it comes down to it, you're the one that they're looking to, and you want to make sure that you're developing that relationship. When it was me years ago, before I really kind of got the hang of it, we would spend like a whole weekend like in the house, because it's like my downtime. I'm at work, all hours of the day, and then when I finally get home, it's like I just want to relax. I just want to sit on the couch, eat some food, and just kind of stay in. But it's really not healthy for you, and it's really not healthy for them. So and again, I'll do another video in regards to taking care of yourself, keeping yourself energized, because if you're not happy, then it's just gonna kind of rub off on them. It's just not gonna be a good situation for everyone. So hopefully you found this video useful, and like I said, if it was, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and there will be more videos to come.